Hi there. Welcome to Tarek and Valerie. I'm Valerie, and I'm here today with my spirit guide, Tarek. And we want to talk about the three assassination or alleged assassination attempts on President Trump. So, just very recently, there was one at the White House Correspondents Dinner. There was one recently Tarek says hello. There was one in 2024 in Butler, Pennsylvania, and one in September 2024 at Mar-a-Lago. So I wanted to ask Tarek about these three. There's a lot of speculation on whether any, if or all of these were staged to benefit Donald Trump and his campaign, or to distract from other things, or to build a ballroom, or what have you. So, Tarek, we're going to ask you for your insight on what is really going on. So, why don't we go in reverse order and start with the earliest one, if that works. So, in July 2024, at a campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, Donald Trump was allegedly shot by, I think he was a 20-year-old named Thomas Matthews. And this is the one where Donald Trump's ear was allegedly shot. And of course, there's a lot of speculation on whether this was staged um, because he was a little behind in the polls and wanted to give himself a boost. So, Tarek, was the assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania, staged or faked? Yes. And he's saying yes. So this 20-year-old was set up by somebody to fire at Donald Trump. Yes. And a attendee at the campaign rally was actually killed. Was that part of the plan, was for somebody to die? No. So we've all seen the images and the footage of that particular attempt. And, there was blood on Donald Trump's ear, and they said his ear was shot. But when you look at his ear now, that looks like nothing happened. So was there any bullet grazing of Donald Trump? No. It's kind of interesting how that one kind of came and went, and there really didn't seem to be a lot of talk about the shooter or how we got there or anything like that, which does seem completely unlike Donald Trump. So you're saying that this was a staged assassination attempt in order for him to get maybe some sympathy. And so Donald Trump himself was well aware that this was going to happen. Will it come out at some point that this is what happened? Was the Secret Service involved? Yes. Was the FBI involved? Yes. And they all covered it up. Okay. And again, these are alleged allegations. This is for entertainment purposes only. We're asking Spirit for Spirit's perception or perspective on what's going on. So use your own discernment and look at the facts and go with what you believe. Okay, he's saying yes, for sure. Okay, so then the next one happened just a few months later in September of 2024. And this is the one where a man named Ryan Routh was outside the Mar-a-Lago golf course and was spotted with a rifle while President Trump was golfing. And Tarek's saying yes to all of that. So, Tarek, was this one a staged assassination attempt? Yes. So was this Ryan paid to do this? Because I think now, I don't know for sure, but I think he was sentenced to life in prison. So is he not going to talk about it? Like, why wouldn't he say anything? Or why wouldn't this come out? He's not going to talk about it. Interesting. Will this ever come out that this was a staged potential assassination attempt? I don't think he ever fired the rifle. He was just seen with it. This one's not going to ever come out? No. Okay. Okay, so then that brings us to the one that, oh wait, no, he's saying yes. So let me just clarify that. The one in Mar-a-Lago was a setup and a staged potential assassination attempt. Yes. Will the truth of that ever come out? Okay, he's saying yes, it will come out. Okay, thank you for clarifying that, Tarek. Okay, let's move on to the one that just happened. Because of all three of them, I mean, they all seemed a little maybe sketchy and like this doesn't seem like a real thing necessarily. This one at the White House Correspondents Dinner seemed particularly staged because, first of all, Trump doesn't go to those. He doesn't like to be ridiculed or roasted by comedians. He pretty much attacks all of the press most of the time. So it's just interesting that he chose to go to this one, Eric saying yes, and that pretty much all of the succession was there as well. So it just seemed a little unusual that that was going on and that it's at this hotel and the security seemed a little lax. So it seems like the perfect setup for a staged potential assassination attempt. So in the case of the White House Correspondents' Dinner recently, was that attempt staged? Yes, it was staged. So this person, Cole Allen, was he being paid by somebody? Yes. And so, oh wait, no. So did Cole Allen, was this assassination staged by Trump or anyone in his administration? Yes. So I think the question I just asked a minute ago, was this Cole Allen who was apprehended at the scene, was he being paid to potentially, yes, he was. Okay. So was Donald Trump aware that this was going to happen? Yes. Okay, because he did seem rather calm at this while other people were scrambling. He was just kind of sitting there smiling. So he knew what was going to happen. What is the motive for this? If there is a motive even. Can you give us that message? Yes. Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, Trump. Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. A, B, C. Victory. Trump victory. Is there another word? Yes, okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Speech. Is there another word? So the motive of this White House Correspondents Dinner stage shooting is a Trump victory speech. A victory for what? Like, what is he? I know he was, immediately after this, there was like a unified social media blitz about needing the ballroom and that would prevent such a thing. So did he plan this to be able to get more support for his ballroom? Yes. So was this Cole Allen then somehow, was like the FBI involved? Somebody was paying him to show up there and do this. Okay, is this going to come out? Like, will the evidence come out that this is what happened? Will the evidence come out that this was a setup? Yes. Will this Cole Allen spill the beans, so to speak? Will he let people know that somebody paid him? Yes. Will it lead back to Donald Trump, and will Donald Trump ever be held accountable? No. But Donald Trump was aware that this was going on. Yes. Is Kash Patel aware? Will Kash Patel be held accountable? Yes. Okay. So out of these 3 assassination attempts, there may have been some others sprinkled in there, but these were the main ones. You're telling us that these were all setups, prearranged. Yes. Okay. Okay. Do you have any other messages for us, Tarek? No. Okay, well, there you have it. Again, Spirit is suggesting to us that these 3 attempts were all staged and that Donald Trump was well aware of them. And again, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. But I would love to hear your comments, or if you have any suggestions on future topics, please drop them below. And as always, we would invite you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. So until next time, hope you have a great rest of your day, and we will see you on our next video. And Tarek says thank you and goodbye.